So many things I don't understand about this live. Had to find where to flip the camera around. I know I don't really do this the right way. I don't wait for people to get in here before I start talking about something. I have a limited time right now because should I tell the world too many details about my life? I don't know. Maybe that's what's interesting, right? Well, I'm supposed to meet up with somebody tonight, and I wanted to go hiking before I did that. I wanted to fit in, hiking. I've been on a roll this week. I've been hiking every day this week. Every day this week, I've done about 10,000 steps, which is, I don't really get a lot of walking around done usually, unless I go hiking. So I go hiking. It's usually like an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And I usually end up with 10,000 steps, give or take. And so I'm meeting up with somebody tonight at a certain time. And so I got to my hike a little late tonight, and I tried to time it out, and then I didn't time it out right. So I had to make it to this other side of town from where I go hiking. And I quit hiking a little too early. So I get to this side of town where I'm supposed to be meeting up with somebody, and I know what's on this side of town. I know all the food and everything, and I'm just like, I'm fighting the temptation. That's the title of today's video, is that I was tempted tonight, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give in to the temptation. And the temptation is to eat, to fill the time. And that's because that's one of my addictions. You can't really see on the front-facing camera what I'm tempted by over here. I'll flip it around for a second. I am tempted by that Raising Cane's over there. Raising Cane's. I don't know if you guys have ever had Raising Cane's, but I find it to be delicious. It is very, very delicious. They serve they have a very simple menu. It's just chicken. They got chicken fingers. They got a chicken sandwich that has chicken fingers on it. And then they also have coleslaw, Texas toast, and I think that's about it. I think that's all that they have on their menu. And you can get like as many chicken fingers as you want, or as few chicken fingers that you want. You could order just chicken fingers. But one of the things about Raising Cane's that I am really addicted to, that I really love, is the sauce they have, the cane sauce. It's so good. And I'm fighting temptation right now to pass the time. I'm going live, talking to the screen, and the one person that has joined, whoever you may be, thank you for joining. If you're not subscribed already, please help me out and subscribe. And what's your addiction? What's the thing that you are fighting, or the type of food that you're addicted to, right? The food that you are tempted to, that you have to resist temptation. Every once in a while, you can do it. You can give in to it. Some creep has decided, so if they're not careful, they're going to end up on my live stream. So I'm very embarrassed to put a phone in my face in public. That's a fear that I got to get over. But yeah, I think about eating. Like eating's one of the things that I do to fill the time sometimes. And like, I'm gonna save money if I don't go and eat right now. In between this little amount of time that I have, this extra time, where I timed my hike out wrongly. You know, I stopped hiking early, and I kind of told myself, well, if I get there early, I'm meeting up with somebody. If I get to that part of town early, I can eat something. And then I resisted that temptation because I got food at the house. I can go home and eat after I've met up with this person and visited for a while. And I can always eat when I get home. I got home cooked food and leftovers and just delicious food, something that would be way better tasting and way healthier than Raising Cane's. You see, these are the temptations that we're dealing with here in America. These are the temptations that we have to overcome. And you know, I like to think about money and finances because finances changed the way that I live my daily life and the way that I work and things like that. Investing in stocks and thinking about money in a different way than, you know, just kind of spending whatever you get on your paycheck, and you just have enough for bills and then you spend the rest of it, right? And then you spend it on things that you don't need, like little knickknacks and doodads, right? As Richard Kiyosaki will say. I think that's his name. Kiyosaki? I don't know, but it's true though. You're either buying liabilities, things that take money from you, or you're buying assets, right? You're buying things that make you money, and that's what you want to do because you can set yourself free from the 9 to 5, right? If you're like me and you don't like being told what to do for a living, right? You can set yourself free if you have money coming in, like say for instance from dividends or from options trades or things like that. So I learned how to do that several years back, and I set myself free. And it's just by thinking differently about money. So when I'm thinking about being tempted by the Raising Cane's, I think that costs money. Plus, you're gonna probably eat the Raising Cane's, and you're gonna eat when you get home. So you're eating twice when you don't need to, right? I'm eating twice when I don't need to. I know my body is gonna turn this into fat, you know, and it's nighttime, and I just did a good thing, did a hike. So when you do one good thing, it makes it easier to do another good thing and to build onto that, right? If you make a bad decision, it's easier to keep making bad decisions and building the momentum of that. So I did one good thing, which is hiking. My second good thing is that I'm going to resist eating Raising Cane's. So, what do you think? What are you doing right now? What's the good thing that you're going to do tonight? What are you doing? Hello? Is anyone out there? Yeah, I'm sitting here on this side of town. I just got some gas. I noticed that gas is cheaper. I paid $4.72. I live here in California. I noticed last time I got gas, it was like around $6. It was probably a little over $6. So I was surprised to go to this pump over here, and it was Exxon Mobil. So that's a little bit different. That's a little bit I think that's always cheaper. It's always one of the cheaper gas prices other than AM PM. They're like, or Fast Strip. Those are like the cheapest around here. And then the Exxon Mobil is usually like a little bit above the AM PM. So I think I scared my one viewer away. They left. My viewer left. What am I gonna do? See, I have some time here. I'm using this live stream. I'm using this live stream to build a new addiction. An addiction to being productive or creating content. And we'll see how that works. Because while I'm creating content, I'm not giving into the temptation of going and getting this Raising Cane's. It's right over here. Now I can't show in that direction because somebody parked here now right next to me, and I don't want them to think that I'm filming them, right? Get into some kind of weird altercation where I have to hurt someone's feelings, because I will do it. So I'm not going to do that. But you get the idea. There's a Raising Cane's right over here to my left. And it would be so easy to just go through that drive-through right now, get some chicken fingers, some cane sauce. You know what? I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to stay on this stream maybe about, let's see, about 5 more minutes. And that's going to keep me from giving in to the temptations. The temptations of life. The temptations of having more than enough food at all times surrounding us. We could just kind of, as Americans, we could eat as much as we want, you know, as long as we can afford it, I guess. And I guess even if you couldn't afford it, you could find a way to get food. I mean, you could have somebody else buy it for you. You could have the government buy it for you. There's just no shortage of food in this country, and I love food. I've always loved fast food. I still do. As far as the way my body is, I would say I'm a little overweight. I got fat around the problem areas, you know, around the stomach, around the waist. It's not that bad, but I would say that I'm a little overweight. I haven't weighed myself. I probably weigh around 230, and I'm about 6'2", 6'2" inches. And I think, my weight has fluctuated throughout my life. I've been down to in my modern life, modern times, within the past, I would say within the past 10 years, my weight has gone crazy up and down. Like, I've weighed 190. I've been like too skinny. I've experimented with different diets and like really, you know, basically Christian Bale'd my health. I've Matthew McConaughey'd my body before, and just gotten stick figure skinny, and I felt really weak and unhealthy. And I did that when I was trying to be a vegetarian for a while and lost a lot of weight. You know, and I've always been into, well, not always, since maybe about 10 years now, since 2013, I started to go walking and running and hiking. And, you know, and then I remember around that time I was lifting weights as well. And I was going to the gym at the time. I was going to the gym regularly. But now I don't go to the gym. I just do dumbbell workouts, push-ups, you know. And the gym, I fell out of love with the gym, and I got bored with it. And I just kind of didn't like it. I don't like being in the contract. I don't like being forced into a contract. And then it's like so hard to get out of it, you know. And then I found myself not always going to the gym, not using it, not getting my money's worth. So I decided to cancel it and to push myself out in reality, you know, out here in reality. Luckily enough, I have these hills pretty close to where I live, and I go hiking in those hills. And you can really stay out there for a long time if you want to, and I'm really grateful for that. All right, I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I saw that I have one viewer. I appreciate that. Please like. Anything helps. Everything helps, right? If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Thank you for doing so. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for clicking it. Appreciate all of you. Talk to you sometime soon. Goodbye.